Sadhguru Pranam. Sometimes it's blessings. I have come here in Isha campus. It's a blessing. It doesn't happen automatically. It happens when you are destined to go there. And today, I had a long chat, actually guidance from Sadhguruji, because I hear him always on TV, I read about, and there are few leaders I'll not call it religious leaders, but those who teach how to live and why to live. Because what government does is, our power is power of multiplication. If there is one good thing happening somewhere in the remote part of the country, we take it to the whole country. That power of multiplication is the power. We can provide, improve the infrastructure, we can improve the facilities, we can improve the earnings of people. But this is all metaphysical progression. But government can't teach why to live, how to live meaningfully, and a purpose, what is meant by purposeful life. You need gurus to teach this, and Sadhguru is one such guru which I always follow. And today in a beautiful campus of 350 acres on the banks of Western Ghat, on the borders of Kerala, just behind this hillock, it's again, behind these hills, it's Kerala, this is Tamil Nadu. This is how India is. Rich diversity and unity in diversity. That's our strength. We have so many languages. We have so many faiths. We have so many cultures, different. But we have one Indian ethos. We have one Indian identity, and that identity is our country, India. That Indianness is very central to our living. You may be worshipping differently, no matter. But this is what brings us. This is a country with tremendous diversity, and we are proud of our diversities. So diversity, unity in diversity is our main achievement. I saw the beautiful choreographed, students themselves choreographed and performed. This is your product. You need not tell through film what you are teaching, because this is what is the final product which you are presenting. And that's what certificate. That is what is the certificate. But sometimes I felt, are they the college students? They're not school students, because school students are so small. Sometimes I go to schools and ask people, students, what standard? He says 10th standard, this much. And here is a 10th standard. Oh, I'm looking to him. And I ask Sadhguru, the practices you practice, the health conscious you have built in the system, the exercises, the nutrition, good thought process, peace of mind, that gives that kind of size, and they are much more heighted than their parents. That is the fact now. This is overall reflection of the richness of content of the systems. And so, with the discipline, because otherwise you get overfat students also in many things. But this is Without discipline, you can't lead a good life. Anybody who excels in any field, four things are required: talent, determination, dedication, and discipline. With that only you can achieve the real success in life. Today, this topic is very important. The whole day you will be discussing, and all experts are here, and you, the teachers. I always bow before teachers. When I became minister, my friends and our workers in Pune city said that you have become cabinet minister, now we will felicitate you on a grand scale. I said, no, it's not my felicitation. I will felicitate because I learned my college days in Pune. So I said, I will felicitate my teachers. Guru Pranam is my culture. Even in Parliament, just one day before Guru Purnima, it occurred to me that there are many teachers and good professors in Parliament. And I found out there are 60 professors and teachers of reputation in Parliament. We must also understand, I thought that we must present this picture of Parliament to also people, because otherwise politics is the most misunderstood and underrated profession. You require politics to take all decisions of your life, from your how you will Christian your name, how you will register, and how you will end up and register your death. Everything is decided by politicians. But good people, we don't want, no, there are many good people. And I felicitated all teachers and professors of Parliament, in Parliament on day of Guru Purnima. Because I believe that teacher is what enables you and makes you from nowhere to somewhere. It's the teacher. My mother is 92-year-old and is a retired primary teacher. Reads every day, writes every day, and teaches every day, and learns also every day. I have learnt in Jilla Parishad school. But government education was really best. Sir, I am elder to you. In age, not in knowledge. But I learnt in Jilla Parishad school, and they were the best schools. Unfortunately, and I know very certainly that community was ready to do anything about education. In 1970s, I was in college, and third year we had gone for a survey work in Goa tribal villages. And once we were used to stay in each village 2 days. So all villagers gathered. And they said, oh, you are looking good, so will you teach our students here, children are here, will you stay with us? That was a real challenge for me. And then, because there was no school, I said, but where is the school? They said, we have built one house, you can use this as a school, and there is another house, you can stay there. So community was ready to build schools, build teachers' quarters and everything. But suddenly, after independence, we thought that it's all government job. And we disassociated community from it. And started that government will do everything. You have to do nothing. Then people started doing nothing. And they became only complainant society. I want to bring back community support to education system all over India, because that is what will strengthen education. you are changing with small interventions. I always believe small interventions make big difference. I was member of Legislative Council in Maharashtra. We used to have a MLA fund. With that, I built Abhyasika study center, study hall in slums and where there is no facility for proper study. Evening 6 to 10, students are allowed in and can study because they have a small slum hut or a small room, one room where the whole family of 8 or 10 stays. Somebody is playing radio, somebody is putting on TV, somebody is doing something. So there is chaos all the way. He needs peace of mind. So I brought them just one facility, fan, light, dari. And students came and started learning on their own, no teaching. Only one graduate student of the vicinity will stay there. If some difficulty is there, students will come and ask him a difficulty. And what a miracle. Every student who was part of the Abhyasika movement got 20 to 25% more marks. That was a very small intervention, but that changed the quality of studies. And therefore, you are teaching teachers, you are supporting government schools, means besides your own school, this is more important. I want community support to improve the quality at government education system. We have good teachers. Our problem is our administration. They go in the role of inspectors only. They only scold teachers. They only ask them questions. They don't ask them ideas. I'm going everywhere. I'm doing teacher dialogue. I'm doing student dialogue. I'm talking to student, teachers, managers, institutions, and everybody. And people are giving good ideas. Because everybody is a different person and everybody is a creative person. We must understand, we must give that impetus, and people do it. I have adopted a village near Chitrakoot in Madhya Pradesh, on the border of Uttar Pradesh, where the village is in Madhya Pradesh, but the borders means the hills are in Uttar Pradesh. So, on the borders, when I went, I visit school every time because that's the barometer of the village, what is happening in the village. And when I saw, I asked teachers separately that what is the result of the 10th class. You showed 100%. They told me 10th class, 11%. 11% pass. And then I said 12th, they said 28%. I said, from where students come for 12th? From 4 kilometers, 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers, girls and boys. How they come? On bicycle. So students have urge to learn. I told teachers that we are failing. So let us, I am minister, I will not transfer you. I will not punish you. I trust you. And I trust you and will make a difference as a team. And then I put a 15 days special training for teachers through deity. Then we started remediation classes morning, evening. Attendance improved, everything improved. Learning improved, teaching improved. And the outcome was 11% result became 51% and 28% became 82%. And this was not wonder of 1 year. Second year also 82% became 85% and 51% became 77%. So this happens. Change is possible. All the stakeholders of education must come together, think positively. And therefore, as you mentioned, I am calling all members of parliament for education dialogue. And on 10th, I will sit even through night to listen to all suggestions of my brother and sister MPs from different parties. I believe that education is a national agenda. It's not a political agenda. We must behave like that. It's a future generation we are shaping, and we must shape it best. Only those countries prosper where education system improves. India was once upon a time 1/3 of the world trade and 1/4 of the world GDP. That was the richness of this country. Columbus did not went on the seas to invent America because America was nothing, barren land. He went to find out India. Accidentally, he found America. So India was destination, India was attraction. Because we had that time universities like Nalandas, Takshashilas, Vikramshilas. If that time there would have been a Times or QS ranking, we would have been the first 10 universities of the world in India because there were no best universities outside India. And therefore the world talent used to come to India. And that's what we want to build again. Good universities make country prosperous. And therefore it's not a political agenda, it's a national agenda. I'm open to ideas, I'm open to dissent, I'm open to everything. Let us come, think together, and we'll bring out something very good. And new education policy, the 5 pillars: accessibility, quality, equity, affordability, and overall accountability. सबको शिक्षा, अच्छी शिक्षा, यही नारा है हमारा और इसको लेकर हम आगे जाएंगे. That's where we are going ahead. See, I am not criticizing anybody. Last 70 years, we have expanded the education. We have taken education to every hut, every family. And it's good achievement, not a small achievement. Because Britishers were never interested in teaching everybody, every Indian. They just tailored their education system to create manpower required to run their government. They wanted to create babus and bureaucrats out of the system. And that time, therefore, Lokmanya Tilak and Mahatma Gandhi and many others in each state started, along with the freedom movement, an education movement of national education. And that's where our ethos is. I'll not be long enough, but let me come out to some brass tack points. Today, the challenge is improving the quality of education. We have achieved expansion. We have achieved quantity. Now we have 270 million students from KG to PG. It's not a small achievement. But now, what is the learning outcome? The 5th standard student can't calculate. 5th standard student can't read, write the 2nd standard books. If that is the fate, that is not the learning outcome was desired in right to education also. And therefore, I found out, I read, studied Right to Education Act again and again because I was member of the HRD committee when we discussed that bill. We ask, we are doing away with examination, I can understand. Because you don't want to create pressure of examination on students. Okay. Because you don't want to have a rat race of marks only. Agreed. But there are 2 important aspects of continuous evaluation. Is it happening all over? Not happening all over. And learning outcomes. After 1st standard, you must be able to do this. After 2nd standard, student must be able to do this. After 3rd standard, he must be able to do this. Learning outcomes was mentioned in Right to Education Act, but never defined. I have decided to define and made part of the rules of right to education, and will complete this in next 3 months. We'll put all learning outcomes for each standard. Because that is the capability. Then that brings accountability of all stakeholders. And education is not just by teachers. We have to make education entertaining, interactive. Interactive education is what is important, what Isha is doing here. And I believe in various kinds of experiments in education. Education has to be choice-based. It can't be a uniform education, one cap fits all. No. If somebody believes in God, He has seen, He has created human being with different abilities. Let us respect those. The first thing, we must promote inquisitiveness of the students. Many times it is killed. If student asks question, he is discouraged. Oh, you have become too learned. You are asking questions? But that's not the idea. The good teacher is that teacher who says to the student that you have asked the very important and good question. I don't know answer offhand. I will go back to study room. I will study and I will come back with answer tomorrow. That's the good teacher. So, we have to build this inquisitiveness, because inquisitiveness is the first step towards innovation. Today also we are talking about innovation in education. Inquisitiveness is the first step of, if you kill inquisitiveness in childhood, then he will never become innovator. Innovation happens when you challenge the status quo. What is there? If this chair is this, if mic is this, if I don't challenge the present system, and if I don't, then I can't invent the further improved system. If this mic system amplifies voice to cover all this audience, why can't this cover all world? Now we have so many things now with internet, everything goes and you are putting it on YouTube. Then there is another aspect, parents. Parents, even the poor parents, when we talk of aspirations, we feel that aspirations are only for middle class. No. Poor person has also aspirations. Your driver, your domestic help, what they demand from you. Sir, you know everybody, so please give admission to my child to a good school. That is what he demands. That speaks about his aspiration. He wants to give quality education. That is the demand of parents. But he must also be trained. High fees is not high quality. High fee school is not high quality school. Many times infrastructure and air condition is not the quality benchmark. Quality benchmark is what is actually taught, what is the teaching and learning process. That is, but they don't know the intricacies. We have to take parents also on board. And cost of education is also becoming important issue, because costs are forbidding. My granddaughter going to school and going to a normal school. Still, fees, I couldn't imagine. That's how fees are. So there has to be a relationship with actual cost of education and actual fees charged. Life skills. Last couple of points. My Jila Parishad school name was Jeevan Shikshan Mandir, Life Skill Training Center. That is what education is all about. But we are not giving. Subject speciality is one thing, knowledge is one thing, but after all, what is the ultimate aim of education? To create a good human being out of education. That is the ultimate aim of education. Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. That is the knowledge which emancipates. That's the knowledge which frees you. And that is where we need to create good citizens out of this. Besides their skilling, besides their subject knowledge, but this is the final product. And teacher education, we are revamping the whole system of teaching education, in service and outside, in service training and preschool training. We are going to take tough actions against bogus teacher education institutes. Because there are many thousands of, it has become a business. It's not a business. Teacher education is a very, very, very divine duty. And those good education institutes will continue, others will have to go. But that's how we will come out with. My only aim is to improve the quality of education in near future. And to that end, I want cooperation of everybody. And Isha is doing. Yesterday there were Arvindo Society that came to me. They trained teachers and called from ideas from them, and teachers gave very good ideas to improve education without further investment. So things happen. I believe the courses have to be choice-based. The education must have flexibility. There has to be openness, and there has to be various experimentations also must be encouraged. Because education is not one cap fits all. And therefore, we have to go and explore the world and improve the quality. That's our challenge. Thank you and all the best.